friendships almost dead and hide behind a mask of lies. We twist and turn and we avoid all hope is salvage, now devoid. I see the truth inside your eyes. So take all this noise to your brain, send it back again. I'll bear the cause, shed my skin, call you up and then I'll say the words out loud. You can resurrect 1,000 words to deceive me more and more. 1,000 words will give the reason why I don't need you anymore. Well, time manipulates your heart, preconceptions torn apart, begin to doubt my state of mind. But I won't go down on what I said, I won't retract convictions read. I may perplex but I'm not blind. So take all this noise to your brain, send it back again. I'll bear the cause, share my skin, call you up and then I'll say the words out loud. You can resurrect 1,000 words to deceive me more and more. 1,000 words will give the reason why I don't need you anymore. I'll sing the words out loud, I'll say 1,000 words or more. Manipulation, fabrication, conversation, annihilation. Oh, I'll say 1,000 words or more. Damnation, frustration, elevation, recreation. Oh, I'll say 1,000 words or more. You can resurrect 1,000 words to deceive me more and more. 1,000 words will give the reason why I don't need you anymore. Oh, you can resurrect 1,000 words to deceive me more and more. 1,000 words will give the reason why I don't need you anymore.
The dawn is breaking, a light shining through.
I'm very scared doing this, so
I know, I'm afraid I'm gonna mess it up.
I wasn't born to cook. I wasn't born to cook.
Walmart guarantees 100% refund if you are not satisfied with this project.
I'm scared.
This is funny.
Where I follow, you'll go.
You guys like the island?
It was amazing.
Good, but I want to get home. You want to go home?
I believe that this sort of a program is good for young people because it tests them to almost every extent. It brings out the best in them.
Seem to run out of the doubt that fills my mind.
Say hello to the camera.
I'll somehow find you and I collide.
So this program takes people to a new level in their abilities.
I'm quiet, you know. You make a first
weather, so we didn't miss a day, but I don't have any control over that. I think we have some ideas of teaching you guys a little bit more about being prepared with like the stoves and the tents and some expectations hiking and stuff like that. Those are things that we can improve upon.
Yeah, Ryan!
Out of the doubt that fills your mind, you finally find you and I collide. 2, 3!
Yes, DJ! Happy Blue! Ricardo! I think that's his name. Yeah, Ryan!
It's the right thing, I believe, for a young person to learn about the outdoors. The more they experience it, the more they respect it. And the more they respect it, the more they take care of it.
I got a feeling.
What was your favorite thing about this trip to Isle Royale?
I liked going to Huckleberry Cove. That place is really fun and cool.
Is there anything you did not like about the trip?
Yeah, we were gonna go Spirit Story. That freaked me out.
That tonight's gonna be a good night.
Like, it's survival.
Be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good.
What was your favorite thing about Isle Royale?
I liked hiking around like through the woods on the trails, and I especially like going to Huckleberry Cove.
Is there something that you did not like?
I didn't really like the weather because it was kind of rainy all the time, and it was really cold at night.
What would you tell people if they were planning on coming?
I would say that it's really too amazing to explain. Like, you really just have to come here and find out for yourself.
How has this trip brought you and everyone who went closer together?
I mean, you already know everybody because you've grown up with them. But now you just know them on a whole different level. Like, because of this environment, you have to trust them. Like, it's survival skills, but now you just know them. It's just brought you closer, like you're a big family.
There's something about this place, something that kind of catches people, some kind of magic. And a lot of that magic comes from the fact that this is a wilderness. Make sure it's inside a container, deep inside your pack. It is that very exciting time of the year when moose are thinking about mating. It's the beginning of the rut. And so things...
How'd you guys like Isle Royale?
We thought it was fun. I think everyone did.
Do it and do it and do it, do it, do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it.
What?
Are you gonna limbo?
Talking about what we might do out there in that wilderness so we preserve it for the future. And when it comes down to it, it's just a few ideas that all end up sounding like leave no trace.
Good, good night, a feeling.
Would you guys come back?
Yes, definitely. I'd like to go fishing here or there.
Good night, that tonight's gonna be a good, good night.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was really beautiful and some sights like Hugging Cove. We went on to a drop off that was 25 feet down. We saw a cove.
Let's get off, fill up my it. Just take it up. Let's paint the town. We'll shut it down.
Like the outdoors for school, they teach us so much here. It's a better school.
Would you guys come back?
Yeah, definitely. Anytime. And for us this summer we might come back for swimming and fishing.
Here we go. We gotta rock. Easy come, easy go. Now we on top.
What kind of people would you ask to come here?
People who like the outdoors. And people like some people that haven't been outdoor very much that would like to try to go here.
What's your name? I really do want to know each and every one of you and find out what special things you have to offer to this group of students.
Party every day, party every day.
What do you like about the weather, or do you not like anything?
It was cold in the mornings, but at like night we had really thick sleeping bags, and it was really hot actually at night.
That tonight's gonna be.
What do you guys like about Isle Royale?
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was really nice. A lot of the sites like Huntington Cove, and
I like the moose.
What kind of people would you have come back here?
People that love the outdoors.
I would have like fishermen come out here and people who have never been here before who would probably like to see it.
People that love adventure for one.
I love the temperature.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It was awesomely cold.
Yeah, it was cold, but you got the sleeping bags for it. The tents were really nice. Those were nice.
It's going to look like a big fat cow. People are seeing something ahead on the trail. There's a lot of debate about it. So we are going to end the debate. And one of the things I was saying to these guys that I really appreciate about this group already, people are really observant. And not only do they see things, but they think about what they're seeing.
Find relief and people.
And remember, oops, they're great. Two things to look for: moose hair and the pixie cups, the two kinds of lichens, and a report on what the wolf ate.
Can't take anymore. Let it be the one you call. If you jump up.
What do you guys like about Isle Royale?
It's an amazing site. It's like there's nothing like home that we're close to Canada.
Yeah, and it's just all natural. I mean, everything here is just beautiful, and you can't explain it. It's just you have to come here and see it yourself. It's awesome.
What kind of people would you have come back?
People who like the outdoors and will be brave enough to leave the comfort of your own home.
And I think it's like more schools like this. I think it's great for kids to just learn about all the wonderful things that are out here and how to, appreciate lots of stuff.
The monsters in your head. When hopes and dreams are far away and you feel like you can't face the day. Let me be the one you call.
My name is Ranger Val, for those that don't know me that are here. Experts, on the back of your card, there's a number.
You guys can soak up a lot more this way when you're out here learning and actually feeling it and looking out at the sky and looking out at the water than you can in a classroom. Am I right on that?
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Every time we find evidence of people, we find pieces of caribou. So for 4,000 years, caribou was here, and then after 1929, no one ever saw them. So it makes you wonder, what went wrong for caribou after all those thousands of years of success? We're going to see if we can't figure it out.
What else? What kind of animal do you think it is?
What do you guys like about Isle Royale?
I liked the scenery a lot and the water, like Superior. Yeah, I like the scenery too, and like the hiking and the water and.
Well, that was now more than 30 years ago. And wolves are still here on Isle Royale, which says a lot, and scientists would agree that we just don't know everything about what happens. But wolves were able to pop out of their extinction vortex, and for the moment, they're still playing the island survivor game here on Isle Royale. And as we're stopped and we're looking at things and talking about things, just really pay attention to that idea of leaving the place like you found it. Like by not, picking at the branches or, pulling at the trees. Just try to leave everything where it is. All right, who felt that spruce tree? All right, oh, everybody, excellent. That's what I like to see. And let's take some ideas. What did it feel like? Go. Prickly. Who agrees with this? Relatively prickly. All right.
I love the temperature personally.
I thought it was freezing. What kind of people would you have or ask to come back here?
Tough people. People who don't mind getting scared of certain things. They have to be brave enough to come.
And adventurous.
Very adventurous.
Perfect for hiking, but at night it was cold. And in the morning.
I wasn't taught how to
Bring a really thick sleeping bag.
Did ya? Okay. It'll warm
I
up.
liked on the hike the other day. We saw a fox and it ran right next to us.
What kind of people would you ask to come back here?
I'd ask people that really like going to national parks and they like being in the woods.
What do you guys like about Isle Royale?
I like looking at the moose and hiking and looking at all the scenery.
I liked just at nighttime when we would go look for moose and look at the stars and that. And I liked hiking and I really liked hugging and cold.
What kind of people would you ask or recommend to come?
I would ask like kids from the future years and families to come out here. I think they'd enjoy it.
I would probably ask I'd probably tell my parents maybe about it and they'd probably want to come, and I'd probably recommend kids in our school to, because it's hard to explain to kids how it is, so they just need to come and see for themselves.
I didn't like how it was really cold at night. A lot of times we were freezing in the middle of the night.
I liked that it was a lot warmer than we thought it was. Everybody was explaining to us that it was going to be freezing, but it was not freezing to me. Only at night it was a little chilly, but it was still a lot of fun.
That would be a perfect location. Maybe on a rock if there was enough soil there. As we walk the next part of the trip, we get one more, go. Sure, maybe even just a small amount might be enough to get you some sunlight and some good moisture. As we walk through, take a look at the bottoms of those yellow birches and see if you can tell that they didn't start right on the forest floor. You should be able to see. People sometimes call them
Animals, that first day we did a hike, it was like the quietest I've ever heard a group this large. I was so impressed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Last day, leaving at noon.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. Hiking was great.
Yeah, I like that too.
But I am ready to
What do you think, Matt?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Take it.
I liked the views of Huggin' Cove and just anywhere around the island.
I'm just gonna pour in the net now. Okay, he's pretty cute. Eddie? Never mind. Eddie is cute. Switzman. Yeah. Oh, I heard Eddie and then I said Tara, and then I heard Eddie and then he's cute.
Where's the Swiss Miss? Are you asking, Mark? It's right there. It's the Swiss Miss.
No, the garbage.
Oh, garbage.
Does anybody know what
Hi.
kind of people would you have come here?
My family and all my friends that wanted to come.
What type of people would you
It's been a
have?
really messed up week. 7 days of torture, 7 days of bitter, and my girlfriend went and cheated on me. She's a California dime, but it's time for me to quit her. It doesn't matter.
What?
Then, after I got that video. President like you.
Top of the world tonight.
Where'd you get the hot chocolate? Behind me, Chase.
It's alright tonight.
Hey, Rusty.
I woke up with a strange tattoo. Not sure how I got it, not a dollar in my pocket, and it kinda looks just like you. Mixed with that
Oh, I heard Eddie and then I said, Kara. And then I heard Eddie and then where's the Swiss Miss? Are you asking, Mark? It's right there. Where's the Swiss Miss?
Garbage.
Oh, garbage.
Anybody know?
We're feasting the night, Travis.
Is it Alfredo?
We got it. Oh yeah. It's gonna be good.
Can we put all three of these in one pot?
I would easily put 3.
Oh yeah, looks good, guys. Looks good.
Oh yeah.
That's me. Real good.
Just don't stop, let's keep the beat pumping. You won't be doing
Is there like a basket in here?
And here, this is an island too. Thank you very much for playing, everybody. Give yourselves a round of applause. That's how they smart schools that are not so smart. They have this huge genetic.
Everybody, come on. Oh, you animals. Let me hear you now.
Maybe a little bit of seasick will happen.
Tonight,
No,
there's a party on the
yeah.
rooftop.
Sometimes. Yeah. I think when they were building these places here, they also cleared that way.
Are you gonna come up? I'm not there right now. Looks like it.
It looks like we're gonna sail today. Very heavy packs we have. We have half mile. And then the trees were planted. Indigo is where the ship is going to pick us up, bring us back to Minnesota.
The Isle Royale together. I wonder if it's the same thing here. Is it competition that decides who's going to stay and who's going to go? But before we think about that, I want to think about something that's just fascinating to me, which is how on earth do mammal species get to Isle Royale anyway? And these three are really interesting because they probably show 3 different ways. But a couple things about moose. One of them is that they're excellent swimmers. And they actually can swim starting when they're just a couple days old. And also, the way that moose think about temperature is really different than you and me. So if like we jumped into the lake right now, we would find it to be quite cold. But a moose would think it was like a bathtub. So they certainly can do it. The water doesn't bother them. They've been seen swimming to Isle Royale, so we know they can make it. Now no one knows why.
The apocalypse.
From there we will take a tour bus to Climb Dam, which is about 4 hours away from that. Hey, it's falling down.
Yeah, people who are mining is absolutely the answer to this. If you had been here in 1892, right where we're sitting, look around. This is everybody pretty much that's here on Indigo tonight. So on the island, Caribou was having some significant trouble with miners. But it's not just on the island that caribou is having trouble. Because on the mainland, the same kind of stuff is happening. People are moving into these areas, they're removing the trees, they're changing the landscape, and all the caribou on the mainland are all going north. The Subway or Taco Bell, you might have seen an extinction vortex there. Have you ever seen those little things that look like a phone, and you drop a penny in, and then it goes like around? It takes a really long time, but it's always going down. The extinction vortex is like that. What it means is caribou's population from human interference gets so low that it gets dropped into this place that it just can't really recover. It can't get back up and out the top. So it continues to kind of get a little bit lower and lower till caribou is down to 50.
Like hiking and seeing all the different things. I like the beautiful scenery that we stopped at.
As you can guess, would you think it's a flat day out there? Yeah, not really flat. So you might...
Pizza and ice cream. Over at Clam Dam.
And we get dessert. Ice cream.
Like my family, like my dad and my mom, and like people that like the outdoors and like to see stuff. My family, of course, because I want them to experience what I experienced and see all the different animals and the lake.
It's called parvovirus, and if you have a dog, you might know about this. It's a kind of disease that kills puppies and is very difficult for dogs. Of course, wolves are dogs. And that disease, it turns out, was brought here by a dog, a domestic dog, which is something we're not allowed to bring to Isle Royale. So a person brought that here and had an enormous effect on the wolf population. And when wolf population got down to 14 and then to 12, the scientists who really know a lot about these things, who have spent their whole lives studying, said, you know what, I think we might be there. So they certainly can do it. Water doesn't bother them. They've been seen swimming to Isle Royale, so we know they can make it. Now, no one knows why, because the moose doesn't see that well. It can't. Think of as islands. Places like other national parks, like Great Smokies National Park, or maybe Yosemite, because these places are islands too these days. Now they're not surrounded like us with a barrier of water, but they are surrounded by a barrier of civilization. Because just on the hill behind us, the building that's up there in 1910 was a very special kind of place where half of us would not be allowed to go. It was a hunting and fishing club. As more and more people fill the planet, we make more and more islands, more and more places where the game gets played. And we've known the rules for a long time, but we understand them better today than we ever did before. The rules of islands say islands are separate, but still they are connected to everything that's around them. This island, for more than 50 years, we still don't know very much about it. And islands have always been speedy, but nowadays it's the rate of change that's kind of alarming. Under that human influence, islands are changing and species are disappearing at extinction rates that haven't been seen in millions and millions of years. That has me kind of worried that under human influence for some of these places, those ecosystems are just going to come down to like lousy roll of dice.
I like the weather because there's no mosquitoes or bugs, but I didn't like the weather because it was cold and it rained quite a bit.
I like the weather because it kept all the bugs away, and I didn't like the weather because we could have got here a day earlier than we did, and we would have had one day more on the island.
My back is sore.
Yeah, my back is good.
I can handle it a lot more than the first time I did this though.
It's a lot of fun hiking.
Yeah.
Just like
Yes.
some of the pictures we got was amazing.
Very, very good pictures. We took a hike to Hogganen Cove, and on the way there we saw some very interesting bluffs and cliffs and stuff. What do you like about Isle Royale?
I love pretty much everything. The weather and the scenery were just great. The scenery, I just love looking out over all the trees, and the colors were so amazing. And looking out at the lake, especially at night when the moon was out just behind the clouds, it was all just amazing and beautiful. My brother, he's never came here, but my parents have, and he loves the wilderness just like I do, and we would just have a great time together. I really like the weather. I don't mind cold, and I had a pretty good sleeping bag, so I wasn't really cold, but I loved the temperature. It was just perfect for me.
It is in the weasel family. So it's kind of characterized by having a long, slender body and pointy got out here. But I can't tell you how the pine marten got out.
I liked the scenery. The scenery is like no other place. You can't get anything.
Back lots of questions and lots of sightings that you saw. I remember. Oops, great. 2 things to look for.
This has been a great time on the island. It's been fantastic. Lots of experiences.
If you were to have anybody come back, who would it be?
It would be my dad. My dad loves these type of things. He likes taking hikes. He just likes the outdoors in general.
Well, we're just gonna go check around.
Okay, you guys go check it out. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm just gonna talk to Bill and the teachers and tell them what the plan is.
So we're gonna sail.
You're gonna sail, but probably we should all go back because you guys need to start packing up.
All right, we're packed. Yeah.
You ready to roll?
We're already packed.
I'm already packed.
Okay. All right. So let's go back because we're.
What do you like about Isle Royale?
I liked seeing the moose and the good scenery. It was great scenery, and seeing the beautiful Lake Superior and all the wildlife here, and it not being disturbed by humans.
Hey, I'm gonna take a video of you guys jumping off. Ready, guys? Jump off.
Are you glad that you got the chance to come here as a teacher?
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't trade. This is probably one of the top things I've done in my teaching career.
And why do you think this is a good program for young people?
Oh my gosh, this is a great opportunity for everyone, including young people. It gets them into nature, obviously classroom learning, hands-on, real-world experiences, something that they'll probably never have done in the classroom.
Glad that you got the chance to come here as a teacher.
Oh yes, once in a lifetime. This is awesome. Hopefully.
Why do you think that this is a good program for young people?
For young kids, oh man, this is awesome. Just to number one for my part of it is the exercise. Hike every day. Learn to live the hard way. Nothing's given to us. It's great because the kids get to learn so much about the land and taking care of the land and taking care of themselves.
Why do you think this is a good program for young people?
Well, I think a lot of young people maybe don't get a chance to come to places like this, especially places as isolated as Isle Royale. And so I think it gives an opportunity for people that love the outdoors to see what it's like, and if maybe they want to spend more time in the outdoors or even maybe work in the outdoors in the future.
Out of all the years you have been here, what do you think is the most unique thing on the island?
There are so many things on the island that are unique. I think the most unique thing about this place is the fact that it's so isolated and so hard to get to, that it makes a very special kind of person that comes here. And that's definitely what I saw this week. I saw a lot of very special students that really seem to fall in love with this place, and that's a very unique thing.
Do you think you will have more schools coming here in the future?
Well, I hope so, because in the end, if national parks and wild places are still going to be around, it's going to all be about young people.
Would you invite Kingsford schools to come back?
Well, I would invite them in a heartbeat, and that's just based on the 29 students that came out this year. Every single one of them did an incredible job working as a team, exploring the environment and loving their stay. So I would even hope that those 29 students would get a chance to come back again.
Thank you.
I would take my brother Michael and my dad, because they love the outdoors. They'd like to live out here probably, and they'd just like to see that. But yeah, they'd like to see a lot of the moose and the wolves. I liked the lower temperatures when we were hiking, because it prevented you from sweating a lot and helped you not dehydrate as quick. And I didn't like the high temperatures because of that.
I wake up at twilight. It's gonna be alright. We don't even have to try.
What did you like about Isle Royale?
I liked everything. I liked the wildlife, the water. The rain wasn't too good, but I just liked everything. It was really nice.
It's always a good time. It's always a good time. Freaked out, dropped my phone in the pool again. Checked out of my room, hit the ATM. Let's hang out.
Bring my dad. He's been here about 8 or 9 times, and he really likes it here, so I'd probably bring him, and I'd probably bring my mom too.
I wake up at twilight. It's gonna be alright. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time. It's always a good time.
So it's a 7-hour drive from Climb down to where we live, which is in Kingsford.
It's always a good time. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time. Doesn't matter when. It's always a good time then. It's always a good time then. Doesn't matter when. It's always a good time then.
You will have more schools coming here in the future?
Well, I hope so, because in the end, if national parks and wild places are still going to be around, it's going to all be about young people.
It's always a good time. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time.
Other national parks, like Great Smokies National Park, or maybe Yosemite, because these places are islands too these days. Now, they're not surrounded like us with a barrier of water, but they are surrounded by a barrier of civilization. Because as more and more people fill the planet, we make more and more islands, more and more places where the game gets played. And we've known the rules for a long time, but we understand them better today than we ever did before. That makes me kind of worried. under human influence for some of these places, those ecosystems are just going to come down to like lousy roll of the dice.
Anymore.